Well, good evening, all my little digis and fluffs out there. It is Renamon here with you tonight, and tonight's going to be a Game Thoughts video. And we're going to talk about a couple of Game Boy games, original Game Boy games. Reach back a little. There we go, that's better. Always important to be in frame. So, we will be talking about Super Mario Land and holding up right. And not. No, there we go. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. So, 2 Mario games on the Game Boy, the OG Game Boy, the gray brick itself. Now, you could play them on other parts like the Game Boy Color or the Super Game Boy or whatever, but they were originally released with the intention of being played on the brick, the pea green screen, the amazing monster. And, well, that's where I played them all first. So, let's start with the first one because it's a lot less to talk about. If I remember right, it's been a while on this one, it was only like 4 levels long. That's not a lot, especially in terms of a Mario game. And the graphics, well, looking back, they definitely lacked something. But, being like one of the absolute first side-scroller, adventure-y type video games on the Game Boy, it was pretty awesome. You were effectively getting to play a form of Super Mario on the go. So, it did basically function very similar to the original Super Mario Brothers. Except your Fire Flower was kind of this ball that just bounced up. Okay. Mario did things like fly an airplane, and riding a submarine. It was kind of weird, but, you know, it was still Mario, and it was still awesome, and we're all still excited to be able to play Mario while in the back of the car on the road trip, or waiting around at the doctor's office, or wherever you happen to be playing your Game Boy. So that was a definite plus. Now, fast forward quite a few years. This is right around the time Super Mario World came out. They released the second one, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Now, why is it important to note that? Because it controlled like that. And it looked a lot like that, even though it was only on the two color, the gray scale, green scale, original Game Boy screen. First off, this one started off with an intro level that felt very, very Super Mario Brothers-y. Basic stuff, jumping on bad guys, going through the level, getting to the end. But that was just the intro. That brings you into the world. And here, you had 6 different zones to go to, plus a boss sector in the middle that you couldn't get to until you've done the other sections, a slot machine, a few random levels here and there just spread on the exterior world for no apparent reason, and you had to go take it all out. So, first off, 6 different zones right away. You can pick wherever you want to go. Very Mega Man-y. I liked that. There was no benefit to doing any of them first. I remember the Space Zone was the hardest in my opinion, so I like to kind of do it last. But it was still all pretty samey on the difficulty level. Now, the the zones you got to go to were a tree, space, which starts from a hippo on a hill, a tininess house, a Halloweeny pumpkin land, very ghosty, a Mario robot, and a turtle that takes you into the undersea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was all of them. Okay. And there were a couple of, I believe there were 2 levels that were just in the outside world, just for funsies. I don't know why, they were there. And you could beat them. Now, each of these worlds was its own zone completely, had a lot of its own unique bad guys, a lot of its unique environments, textures, backgrounds, floor patterns, and things. And I think all of them had at least one secret level in them. And when you would get a secret level in there, not only was it an extra level to beat, but it also sometimes would change how the environment looked, the outside, the map zone. Like making the tree bloom, waking up the sleeping whale, stuff like that. So it made it so being a secret level actually made the exterior world look a little cooler. Now, the tree had a bunch of ants on it, so there were a lot of ants and bugs you to take out. The Mario robot had a lot of Lego blockiness to it and a lot of buildingness to it. And you had to take out 3 piggies at the end, who were really fun to jump on. That was I remember that being one of the times I really had to feel like I had to get good to beat a boss. But eventually I did. Undersea, the turtle takes you undersea where there's a sunken submarine and sharks and things. It's very, very cartoony, very fun. The pumpkin being lots of ghosts and things. You beat a witch at the end. The tininess house. It had the best part of a secret level. Secret level actually made it so you could skip right to the end of that secret level. You just have to beat that, and then it took you right to the end cycle. And you had to go in there. You're tiny. Everything you're looking at is microscopic stuff. And your boss is a mouse with a drill on its nose. And what else am I missing? Oh, space. Space had 2 levels to it. The one being jumping up and down on land, but you had a lot of non-gravity. So you're basically super jumping. This was very frustrating for me because there was a lot of, near miss holes, a lot of like single space holes. If you messed up a little bit, you kind of ruined your chance of doing good at the level. Kind of frustrating, but not like end of the world frustrating. Another one of those, just needs practice before you get good at a thing. And the second section being total 0G, where you're basically just deciding to be up or down as you're going through things. Lots of things that just hurt you, so basically kind of the essence of a bullet hell, but with a Mario stuck in the middle of it. And you can't kill things. Pretty much everything in that level, is immune. It's just stars that you just have to dodge. And finally, once you have killed all of the 6 bosses, get the 6 golden coins, you get to go back into what was apparently your castle to beat Wario. This is where he came from. That chubby yellow Mario. of grumpiness. So, his castle is pretty difficult. I'm not going to fit. It was quite an ordeal. But you feel accomplished when you finish something like that. At the end, you have to beat him. I think it was 3 different ways. He'd have like the bunny ears power up, the fire power up, and just him or something. Anyway, he was not terrible to kill. And I enjoyed him as a final boss. Speaking of which, yes, you had some interesting power-ups in this one. You had the Fire Flower, which gave you fire, regular type Fire Mario, not like Mario Land 1 was. Except you had a feather on your head, so you knew the difference. Green screen, had to make sure you had some way to know. And your flying option was Bunny Mario. Be a carrot, be a bunny ears. You kind of have a glide. It wasn't so much a flying as much as it was a slow descent. I think you had a bit of a higher jump. I don't remember for sure. But it was nice to have anytime you have an extra power-up beyond just Big Mario. So, yeah. As far as having actual good platformer Mario games on the go, these definitely fit the bill, especially the second one. The second one, I dare say, was a better experience than Mario Bros. 3 on the Nintendo itself. Definitely better than 2, and pretty sure I'm saying it's better than 1. Great control, great environments, lots of things to go through, lots of levels, lots of replay value. You'd save up coins, go to the slot machine, and you could earn like extra lives, power-ups, and things like that. The best thing to do was save up to the highest level and go in the slot machine for the extra lives because, well, extra mans are awesome and basically can make yourself immortal. You can go back and play old levels over again, especially to look for the secret levels, and, well, keep collecting coins. Coins eventually turn into the ability to cash in there. So, always good. And in most levels, regular levels anyway, not the boss ones, you had 2 exits, 2 ways to finish it. One, just exiting, and you would just be done. 2, hit the dingy bell at the top, and then you get to a little prize picker. It was just kind of like a claw game thing. But hey, if you can get an extra power up or a 3-man up, not a bad option. Little freebies here and there does make the game feel like it's not only not cheating you, but it's giving you a little reward for doing something extra. So I definitely, if you're a big Mario fan, recommend getting these. I know they've shown up on the virtual consoles, especially the second one. Get the second one. The first one, it takes a lot of imagination to understand it was good if you didn't grow up with it. The second one, however, if you like your 2D Marios, this is some quality 2D Mario action. I don't want to spoil too much of it, because I could go on for hours and tell you about every level. I played them too many times. Back then, I didn't have a lot of games for the Game Boy, so I replayed this game several times. And I unlocked everything. But did you play either of these games as a kid? Or recently? Any good memories? Anything you really liked or didn't like about them? Give me a comment. Let me know what you felt. And yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little dingly bell. Let you know when I post new videos. And my Patreon link will be in the description box below. And I use every penny to help support the channel and help make things be better for you, my loving viewers. And I appreciate every single Patreon. You are all awesome. So from this Renafluff, this Digipoof you were seeing before you, I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you again on a future video. So for now, Bye bye, little fly.